Hi and welcome. My name is Deb Hale and I'm here today for stage 2 of Mandy at Sunflowers and Doors mini challenge of building a masterboard. There's 3 of us involved in this challenge, of course Mandy, myself, and Kay of Paper Shed UK. We've all completed stage 1. We've all scanned our work. I scanned my work to Mandy. Mandy scans hers to Kay, and Kay scans hers to me. So there's 3 stages. So all 3 of us will have worked on each masterboard. So and that's going to be really fun to see everybody's touch on the different masterboards. Mandy did mention in the Facebook post on Junk Journals Ideas and Inspirations that there will be freebies involved when we are all completed. So watch for those. Everybody loves freebies. I sure do. Okay, so for today, my supplies that I've got on my desk here, I'm going to have my Distress Oxide ink, my dauber. I am going to do heat embossing. So I've got my embossing ink and powders, embossing pouncer, of course my heat tool. I've got my stamps are ready to go. And to save time, I've already got the die cuts all prepared and set aside here on my desk, along with some lace, maybe some other extra bits and pieces. What else? Glues, I'm using Barely Art and Fabri-Tac. So the first thing that I did on Kay's masterboard is I embossed on it. I didn't do it on film because the Big Shot Plus is big and bulky. So I've already have done that. This is the embossing folder that I used. And I'm going to set that aside for right now. So what I want to do is I want to take my Distress Oxide and my dauber, and then I'm just going to ink over where I have already embossed. So I'm just going to lightly do it just so I get the embossing part and don't go clear through to the base, just for it to pop a little bit. Just a little bit. It just really makes it stand out, gives it some life. Okay. And I have already, I embossed all the edges of the masterboard. Okay, so I think that looks good. Okay, so I will set that aside right up there. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to do my heat embossing. So let me get that out. Get my paper ready. Excuse me for reaching across, you guys. All right. Try not to tip over this skinny little bottle of gold there. Okay, so I think I'm going to emboss down this edge first. It's kind of dangerous reaching across with that embossing powder open on my desk. All right. Let's do it this way. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it. Take the ink to the stamp. All right. Do that. Let's get my paper ready. Oh, that's a big clump that came out there. Lots of clumps. This is older embossing powder. I wondered if it was even going to work, and it sure still does. Clumps and all. Okay, set that aside just for a moment, and then I'll pull this over and Get my powder back into the jar. Okay. Set that way up there. Okay, sorry for the noise of the heat gun, you guys. I'm going to tilt this so I can see it turning here. There we go, it's popping. I always love that. Okay. Turn this off. Then I am going to use that same stamp kind of down across the way here. All right. That back underneath there. Didn't use my embossing buddy, and that wasn't good, so that gave me some strays here. Let's keep a paintbrush handy just to kind of brush it. You know, it's got to be really careful. I speak from experience. I've gotten heavy-handed with the paintbrush. Okay, so let's get this put back in. Okay. Lid back on. All right, and noise again. Sorry, my apologies. Come on, Pop. There we go. Awesome. A little bit more right there. Good. Okay. I want to put a little bit more, a couple more. This time I'm going to use this kind of fleur stamp. This time I am going to remember to do this. It's kind of a big stamp. Sure it's got really good coverage. Okay. And let's see, how do we want to do this? Do we want to go up this way or do we want to go this way? I think, let's go this way, I think. Let's see, actually, that has kind of a heart to it. So I'd always be looking at that and saying, oh, it's got an upside down heart. That's not cool. Okay, stamp that on there. Over there. This time I'm using copper. That's a big stamp, so I'm gonna have to make sure I cover a lot of, you can't see that embossing very good, the embossing ink, because it's clear. So I'm just gonna put a ton on. Okay, probably overkill. Let me do this. All right, I'm gonna set that aside just a little ways off. Put my powder back in. All right, there. Let's get out my heat tool again. Watch it pop. This is a really pretty color. And a little bit close to the heat gun on my hand there. It's a little bit warm. A little bit more right there. That is toasty now. All right, and I'm just gonna do one more little stamp. I want that. Oops. Oh, let me do this. Okay. This is a kind of a little mandala. It's a tiny one. I love mandalas. All right, I'll stick that up there. Okay. Okay. Put away the powder. Does not do you any good to have your powder open and get the heat gun going. That's disaster waiting to happen. All right, and we'll just zap this with the heat tool. And there it goes. Kind of like a blossom. All right, so done with the heat tool now. Now I am going to start putting on my die cuts. I think the first one I want to do, and get my glue set over here, get my Fabri-Tac going. The first thing I want to do is I do want to put some lace on. And for that, I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac. And come on, you. There we go. This works the best for the fabric. I'm going to lay that on its side, so hopefully it'll be more ready to go next time I need it. So this one I want to stick kind of towards the edge. I'm going to do that with a paper towel on top. Okay. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to put this little die cut on. And again, because it's going on top of the lace, I will use the Fabri-Tac. And I like these little tweezers. It just helps the work go a little bit easier. Okay, same thing. Gonna get the paper towel just to stick it down. All right. This is actually it's a die cut of washi tape masterboard that I did, inspired by Mandy. That washi masterboard was a lot of fun to do. Okay, next thing I want to do is I'm going to work up in this corner. For this, I'll use the Barely Arts. Take my pen out. Again, I'm going to use the little tweezers. That seems to work the best. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm really concentrating on these skinny little pieces here. All right, let's kind of get down in here. All right, so for this, I think we want it to go this way, right here. Definitely, I got messy with the glue there, so thank goodness for the paper towel. Kind of sops up my mistakes a little bit. Okay. Next is it's a label die cut. This is part of Mandy's new digital kit. I put it on a piece of parchment card and kind of extended the label out that way. Okay. All right, let's see. You know what I should have done. I should have put this under first. Okay, come over here to the side that way. Best laid plans, you know. I think that's about straight. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where do I want to go to next? I'm going to do some more lace, and this is an embossed, it's a bingo embossing card, and I tore it down. I'm gonna base that over here in this section with some more Fabri-Tac. Lace is challenging with this Fabri-Tac, but works the best. This is some vintage lace that I picked up at an estate sale this past summer. I always look for a craft room or a sewing room when I go to these estate sales. Don't always get lucky. I think I mentioned in my previous video that I was excited to go to an estate sale. You know, I didn't score very big at it, so, but that's okay. I mean, some you do, some you don't. I hit 3 really good ones this past summer, so I guess I shouldn't complain too much for hitting a dud once in a while. It's all works out. They're so fun to go to. Okay, so again, I'm gonna use the Fabri-Tac since it's going on lace or textile or, all right. Oh, what big glop. All right, stick that down right there. Okay, the next one I'm gonna do, this is a little tiny envelope that I took embossed paper and I made this little tiny envelope. I've put some die cut leaves on it, backed it with some fabric. This is a little die cut bird that I cut out. That's actually William Morris washi tape. So I like the pop of the burgundy reddy color. Okay, and again, I'll do the Fabri-Tac. Maybe. I'm trying. Come on. Got to remember to leave it on its side. All right. On its side. Oh, and I got big glue glops. All right. I'm just going to put the Barely Art on the paper. And I always go through, double check everything's tacked down when I'm all done. You know, go back in and touch up if it needs with some glue. All right, and this, when I do this, I think I'll put right down here in between the two pieces where, or the two places where I have embossed. Okay, a little bit slippy slidey there. Okay. Let's see. I think the next thing I'll do is I have some die cuts that I did. This is out of the green hanging file folders. I thought it's a really pretty green and it's a really good weight to it. This is washi tape that I've cut out with Tim Holtz, one of his flower die cuts. And then this, I'm gonna kind of try and meet up the two bottoms there. And, you know, I probably really should hold on to that. That way, try and stick some glue under here. Sorry if you're seeing the top of my head. Ah, it's bouncy. Okay. I've seen where you can use like a sponge for the glue and apply to these finer die cuts. I must say I have not tried it. I can usually move fairly quick. And I have not put these fine dies on like sticker kind of like paper. I don't know, they're so fine, and I'm just afraid if I pulled it off, I'm gonna break these little fine pieces. Okay, so this I like to come down here kind of to the edge in the corner. How close am I to the edge? I think that will work. That's gonna be good. Okay, stick that down. Like I said, if there's any that pop back up when I'm all done working, just go back in and touch it up with the glue. I can already tell this one petal is not gonna wanna stick down very good. I will tend to that afterward. Okay, so what next? I die cut some corners. I thought that would be fun to put on here. Even if you cut this up, you know, for tags or journal cards, each corner is going to have a piece of the die cut on there, which I think would be kind of cool. One thing, I wear glasses, and I usually do not work with my glasses on, and I've got them on, and that's kind of bothering me. So I think I'm going to get this set down, and I'm going to take my glasses off. There we go. All right, and I want that right down there in the corner, and of course it's stuck good. Come on, you. There we go. Thank you for coming back up. Good. Right. So I hope everyone is doing good, and I hope you enjoy this challenge. I get so nervous. I love to craft, but I get so nervous to film. This is really only the second official video I've done, and holy smokes, you guys, it's nerve-wracking. I don't know how, like, Mandy does it. She just sits down and she just goes, and it all turns out great, but I have to think and think and think on it and prep for it. But I love it. I'm thankful that Mandy asked me to participate, but it makes you nervous. And I shouldn't be nervous, because you know, everybody in this junk journaling community is so gracious and so kind. I always, my husband will hear the YouTube videos going, and he goes, "Man, those are some nice ladies. You guys all really care for each other." And I said, "Yeah, we do. It's our junk journal family, of course." Boy, this is a fine little die. Of course, I love the fine little dies. Sometimes they're a challenge to cut out, but I just keep trying different, oh gosh, what do you call it? You know, sometimes you got to put shims in and all this and that. Oh, I like that. That's going to be nice. I like that. Love the corners. Oh, well, silly, that just came right back up. It's probably, you know, it's probably telling me, hey, I need Fabri-Tac, because that's lace you're trying to stick me onto. So let's try that. This certainly does not have a fine tip. Cross your fingers, you guys. Oh my goodness, that's gooey. All right. Oh boy, please stay down. Please, please, please. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can get a cleaner part of the paper towel. Oh boy, that's tricky, guys. But I think I've got it. All right. I think that works good. Okay, so where else do we want to go? Let's see, I'm kind of all over the board. Let's do, I have this cute little thing. I've got some lace and then a key die cut. This came as a set. Oh, they're so cute. I love keys, but putting a key on here, I mean, that would be texture for sure, but I think that's a little bit bulky. So anyway, let's do the lace. Oh goodness. I'm gonna set this over here, you guys, so sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just wrestling with the fabric tack on this lace is so thin and kind of delicate. It's really cute. All right. Well, that's kind of floppy, isn't it? All right, you know what? I'll do the O fingers for this. I think we're gonna go in between. We want this, yeah. Let's go down here a bit. Okay. A little bit more. How big is this? Okay. I'm gonna stick a little label right down here. Put some there, but we'll also put some little bit back on here for the corners. All right. That way the lace shows at the bottom and it's kind of extended out both sides there. Okay, kind of a funny thing about Fabri-Tac. When I was a kid, we used Elmer's glue in school, and you would like put it all over your hands and then you'd peel it off. I'm sorry, the Fabri-Tac reminds me of that, you guys, because yeah. I'll probably just leave it at that. I have some strange idiosyncrasies. Okay, speaking of Fabri-Tac being everywhere, get that off before I glue on my next thing. Boy, this is like super, super fine. But try to get around everything. And it's so hard to, thank goodness for the paper towels. It really helps the glue go on better. Okay, so this, kind of want that to hang right there on the edge and be right at the top. Do this again. Still see Fabri-Tac sticking out there. Okay, let's see. And my Fabri-Tac has kind of got a big bubble on it. I'll get rid of that. Okay. All right, so next thing that I have a piece of burlap that I've pulled the lines out to kind of make it look frayed on the edge. So for this, I kind of want to balance that out a little bit. I think right there. Yeah, I think that will work out good. go ahead and get the Fabri-Tac going on it. I love working with burlap. This happens to be a piece of new burlap. It's not old. Let's see, where do we want to go? This is going over the embossing, but using the Fabri-Tac, it should be pretty beefy, I'm thinking. So I'm gonna stick that there. I'm not gonna press it down yet because I have a little die cut cluster that I did. This is a little doily die cut that I have. This is left over from my postcard challenge. I did the alcohol inks, again inspired by Mandy. Oh, that was so much fun to do that onto the Yupo paper. This is a little die cut that I have. It's washi tape underneath, and then just a leaf cut out. I will use the Fabri-Tac again. And I probably better try and use some of the Fairly Arts. Get rid of that bubble. Just around the edges. I don't want that popping up. Get that tip really good over here. Okay, and of course I put my tweezers kind of in the wrong place. I want that to go straight up and down. All right, that's kind of centered. It should have been off center, but I think I'm okay with that. Okay, now I'll kind of press everything down. I think I like that. Then I have one of the Tim Holtz 3D medallions. Cool paper. I picked up this notebook at an estate sale. I don't necessarily like notebook paper. I don't like the blue lines on the notebook paper, but the cover was this really cool old notebook, and I love the color. So that's what I did that out of. I did ink the edges a little bit. It's kind of a hard color to ink. It has a little bit of gloss to it, but I am okay with that. Let's see, where do we want to go with this? Maybe we should tie that in. I think maybe this up here is a little bit blankish. Let's go here. And you know, cutting up the masterboard, you don't know where exactly these are going to cut into. Of course, you guys will be getting the freebies of all this. So cutting through this burlap or cutting through the lace over here, you won't have to worry about it. When I go to use my original though, it's going to be a trick, but it's all going to be good. Okay, where did I decide I want that? Feels overloaded there, actually. Down here, I'm auditioning, you guys. Nah, we gotta have something up here. That's where we're going. It's down now. All right. What do you think, guys? I hope it's okay. I think it'll be okay. It's only paper, as they say, right? Okay, the last piece of texture that I want to put on here is a Dymo label. I actually got one of the old original Dymos at an estate sale. And I was so stoked to get it. And the price. Oh my gosh, it was so expensive, you guys. It was 25 cents. 25 cents. I had to buy the tape for it, but you know, hey, that's okay. I was really, really excited. I remember it was so cool when I was growing up, when they first came out, and my dad would let me use it once in a while. And I've got glue underneath my fingernail that's not allowing me to get this corner here. Okay, I gotta hold it up to my light. All right, is it pokey tool time? It may be. All right, pokey tool, where are you? Sorry for reaching across the desk, you guys. Sorry. All right. Come on. There we go. Got it started. All right. And usually I have a little basket sitting off to the side for my trash, but I had to move it for filming. This is my favorite word, blessings. I'm very blessed and I'm very thankful. So that's what word I chose for today. And I'm trying to decide where to put it, guys. Trying to decide here. I think I'm going to go right in between here, this cool building that Kay put on her masterboard. I usually go horizontal, but let's see, are we straight? Not exactly straight. I'm not sure. Yep, I can move it just a smidge. I'm going to try and line it up. All right. I hope that it is straight. And that is my stage 2 complete on Kay's masterboard that she scanned to me. Adding texture, stage 2. It's definitely got texture on it. So thanks you guys for coming along today. I really appreciate it. And you all have a good, blessed, creative day. Bye-bye.